Today we were looking forward to the great views we'd heard about, but most of our views were of fog. The last few days we've been walking extra in the evening to get ahead because rain is coming.
We're taking the taxi back to where we stopped yesterday. It's about 7:45. We should be walking by 8. It's about 8 o'clock. We're starting in Peñafonte. Super foggy today, which is a shame because we're coming up on a beautiful view that we're not going to see. But yesterday the fog didn't lift till I'm going to say 11, so we just can't wait for that. So we're going to miss that view. I mean, at this point we've had so many great views that it's okay if we miss one. Soon we'll be getting to Galicia. Today's that day. There's kind of a cold mist falling on us. I think it might even be raining. So we just came out into an opening on this side, and you can see here, for the most part, we're above the fog now. So we're hoping when we get to the top of this climb, which I don't think we're quite to the top of, we're hoping we'll get some good views. 2 minutes ago, the entire trail we were in was fog, and we just came out of it. Look at all the wildflowers. There's an ounce of something other than timber. So we're at the top of the ridge. We're not going to stay here long because there's a lot of flies and some of them bite, but it's foggy. We hear the view here is spectacular. We'll never know because all I can see is the top of the mountains, but this is kind of cool too. There's the trail we came up. Nice trail today. And we've passed through several of these gates. Basically, you just open the gate, go through, close it back so that their animals don't leave.
Here we are crossing over into Galicia. That stone line is the border. Today's the only day on the Camino that we had a problem with flies.
So far so good, and I think the fog is starting to burn off, so maybe we thought we were at the top and that we couldn't see the view, but we've gone up a little bit more, so we're kind of hopeful that maybe at some place we'll get to see it, even if it's not from the very top, because we hear it's really pretty. There's Galicia marker. Officially we have 166.1 kilometers to go, or to be exact, and they are very exact, 166.098. So now that we're in Galicia, we've already noticed more markers and fancier markers. Spain, we've noticed they're developing new caminos, and I think it's, you know, just part of developing their tourism. Camino Frances is overcrowded. They'd like to spread people out. Yeah, we had hopes for that cafe, but it is cerrado. So this is our view currently. We know it would be spectacular without the fog. It's not terrible now.
You can see the fog creeping up.
Yeah. That's true. Look, you can see the fog in motion.
I think it'll be upon us in
5 minutes.
yeah, because you can already see it going up over there. We sped up the fog's ascent so you can see it.
We've done 5 kilometers now. Definitely passing over a bit of a crest and still foggy. You can get a feel for what we would be seeing, sort of. .463, how far we are from Santiago, and 1 from the Maison Quatro Ventos, where we're planning on having a drink. Ever since we entered Galicia, the markers have been reporting the distance to Santiago to 3 decimal places, which is down to the nearest meter. And as a scientist, I just want to say, significant figures, people, significant figures. That might be a little much. First cows for a couple of days. The truth is, if we would have passed other cows today, we wouldn't have known it because there was so much fog. But we've gone 10K today so far. And oh yeah, that's a little bitty one. It's still wet. Look at that.
¿Estará bien así?
Perfecto, gracias.
Sí. ¿Puedes traer otro? Sí, claro, por favor. Gracias.
Look at how nice this place is. Love the ceiling. Pablo's having his usual pincho. This place is really nice. We're 5 kilometers from Fonsagrada, so we're gonna knock that out, then check into our albergue, drop off our stuff, eat some lunch, and do some more walking. We're just going through somebody's yard. Side yard and now backyard. Yeah. Because he was out front and told us this was the way. Oh look, we can kind of start to see the views a little now. You know, earlier today it probably would have been spectacular. But the fog is starting to move up. This is more the scenery of Galicia now. Rolling hills. We're in the section of Galicia that's the Lugo part. And rolling hills like this with stone buildings are very typical of this area. We've already seen some of that. We've been in the area maybe for 2 hours. We think we found Fonsagrada. I have a feeling we're going to kind of wind our way up there. Wow, it's pretty big. So, we'll be staying there tonight, but we're going to walk past it during the day. We just climbed up that hill. And you can see the path down there in the distance. That was already on the uphill, but it was steep. I'm going to say that's the hardest climb we've done. The whole Camino.
We're 400 meters from it.
It was so steep. Wow, it was tough. This hotel recently opened in the historical center of Fonsagrada. It's in a restored old building that is hundreds of years old. Here, Pablo's getting the interesting renovation story from the owners. This is our room in the hotel portico. A little sofa. Molly's got her own bed. The bathroom's really nice. Look at the beams.
Might have been a mistake.
So this is the area of Fonsagrada that we're in. Definitely an older part of town, and looks like they're getting ready for their annual fiesta. Fonsagrada, this is the bar of the Cantabrico restaurant. We're just waiting for our table. But look how nice. This is an old building. The stairs look like they've been there forever. This is exactly what we needed. A giant bowl of spaghetti.
And that's exactly what you were hoping to get.
Yep. Pablo's stuck with Spanish cuisine today. Buen camino.
We've gotten into the habit of walking in the evenings, and we like it because it cuts back on the mileage we have to go the next day.
I like it because we don't have to carry our packs.
And I like it because we get to eat a nice long lunch.
So, we've walked about 3 kilometers this evening so far, and we're at 149.968. So, we just climbed to the top of this, something. And it's not as tall or as pretty probably as what we couldn't see earlier today because of the fog, but it's pretty. It's our current view. I think those mountains over there, we probably would have gotten more of that earlier today. But it's still nice. That's one of the towns that we could have been picked up at that we walked past because we were on the path.
So that's probably Asturias. That's home.
Yeah. Yeah, those mountains are probably in Asturias, but we started the day in Asturias.
Right.
Pablo is serving our gourmet dinner.
Pizza de jamón.
Yum, yum, yum.
Or pizza pueblo.
Today was one of the days with the best food on the whole Camino. That climb up to Fonsagrada was steep. The views after the fog lifted were great, and we're glad we got to see them because rain starts tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.
Here's a map of our progress so far. We're about 2/3 of the way to Santiago. We'll arrive in Lugo the day after tomorrow.